For decades, automotive journalism functioned as a strictly objective science. Reviews focused on trunk capacity in liters, suspension stiffness in millimeters, and fuel economy in miles per gallon. Quantitative metrics struggle to capture the way humans actually form attachments to machines. A spec sheet cannot tell you if a car has a stubborn personality or if it inspires a strange, irrational confidence. To find that missing narrative, Top Gear producers threw out the clipboard and replaced it with The Challenge, an absurd crucible designed to test narrative potential rather than technical perfection. This televised chaos required specific architects. Jeremy Clarkson provided the bombast, favoring brute horsepower and shouting over logic. Richard Hammond brought a reckless, bouncing optimism, frequently falling in love with the absolute worst vehicles available. And James May provided the pedantic, unhurried precision, approaching every task with the enthusiasm of a man cataloging a stamp collection. Mixing these three personalities with a ridiculous objective creates a carefully engineered crucible designed to push machines and human patience past their breaking points. The formula begins with a phase of manufactured struggle, the naive setup. The hosts are handed an impossibly strict budget and forced to purchase vehicles entirely inappropriate for the journey ahead. The 10,000-pound mid-engine Italian supercar challenge serves as the definitive example. Armed with a budget that couldn't cover a modern Ferrari's paint job, Clarkson returned with a Maserati Meroc, boasting a rebuilt engine and exactly zero oil pressure. Hammond purchased a Ferrari Dino 308 GT4. To meet the arbitrary financial parameters, he willingly acquired a vehicle where the rear subframe holding the engine and wheels was made entirely of rust. May's Lamborghini Arauco arrived on the back of a flatbed Trek, entirely depleted of electricity. These were decaying, ancient machines masquerading as exotic supercars. Another setup variant involves attempting a monumental task with the wrong tool, like using a heavy, diesel-powered Jaguar S-Type sedan for a high-performance track day. The scale of the mismatch was revealed at the Nürburgring, 13 miles of treacherous asphalt through the German forest. The objective: break a 10-minute lap in a car built for comfortable highway cruising. Starting with the wrong tool ensures the narrative is immediately driven by struggle and friction. Once the cars are acquired, the producers replace sterile laboratory tests with ridiculous, highly contrived real-world stressors. Instead of testing lateral grip on a skid pad, the hosts attempt to power slide massive articulated lorries, like this Renault Magnum, until the tires smoke. Ride comfort is tested by driving an aging Mitsubishi Starion across a violent, cobbled Belgian road at 30 miles an hour while balancing a bowl of freezing water in the driver's lap. Practicality means severing an economy car in half, stretching it into a 46-foot limousine, and delivering a celebrity through London's tightest streets to the Brit Awards. This diagram highlights the absurdity of the data points, comparing standard automotive logic against Top Gear's criteria, such as ounces of water spilled on the driver. These ridiculous parameters fundamentally break the traditional boundaries of a car review. Forcing a car to perform outside its engineering envelope exposes its true quirks, flaws, and personality. The final face of the formula is inevitable catastrophe, sabotage, and human suffering. For the structure to pay off, the machines must fail catastrophically. Engines boil over and suspension links snap, leaving the human drivers completely stranded. A weekend holiday at a caravan park rapidly devolves into a grueling endurance test of cramped quarters and shattered patience. The misery escalates from mechanical breakdowns to literal fires, physical destruction, and intentional sabotage. To test safety, the hosts willfully accelerate rusty cars directly into solid brick walls at 30 miles an hour. The physical terror is genuine. The audience connects most deeply when the host is pushed to the absolute brink of despair by a failing machine. These challenges revealed a core truth. The actual winner of the race is entirely irrelevant to the viewer. The real stakes are visible in the cross-country economy race. The objective was to drive 700 miles on a single tank of fuel to reach the seaside illuminations in Blackpool. After hours of hypermiling through traffic, the range computer ticks down to 0. The driver sits in agonizing tension, praying the engine survives the final miles to the finish line. Through this shared trauma and absurd adventure, these machines become deeply flawed, beloved characters in a mechanical sitcom. Top Gear's enduring legacy is the proof that a car's impact is built on the ridiculous, unforgettable stories it leaves behind.